Hey guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back. So today what I thought I would do is a get ready with me using some of my makeup that is kind of, I guess you could say, like throwback makeup that I've had for a while that I don't touch, makeup that's not in trend anymore and that I really want to get some use out of while I'm on my no buy for the year. If you haven't already checked out my other videos, I am doing a no buy for makeup for 2019 and I'm making an effort as it is to use what I have. I don't have everything that I'm gonna use is like throwback, it's just what I've got, but I will definitely be busting out some old stuff that people don't talk about anymore, so let's get started. First things first, I'm gonna put on my sunscreen. The Shiseido UV plus sunscreen. This is the only sunscreen that I currently own, and I feel, I've said this in our Get Ready With Me before, but I feel like, what do I feel like? A lot of people, when they get ready with me, they say they put sunscreen on, but they don't show it, and I wanted to make a conscious effort to show myself applying that, because if you say you do something, yeah, that's one thing, but I am more apt to actually putting on sunscreen myself and remembering to do that and be kind to myself if I see other people emulating that for me. So I thought, you know, one, this keeps me honest, and two, it might encourage you to wear your sunscreen. Okay. I'm going to put some of the Laneige lip mask on before I get started. This is a sample size. It's like 0.1 ounces and it's lasted me like, I don't even know how long I've had this. It's been so long. Will I spend $20 to buy a huge tub of it? Probably not. And I don't really like the smell. And I know it comes in other scents, but that's the only one Sephora carries, at least when I picked it up. Okay. For foundation, I'm using the Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. I've had this for quite a while, and it is like, I literally only have, can you see that? I only have like this much left of it before it's gone. This is my second tube of this. I have it in the shade 1. How do I feel about that? I don't know. I like it on light coverage days, but as you can see, I've had some acne for the last few months, and it's not the best at covering that up, but I don't always want full coverage. So for a day like today where I'm just going out and running errands and see, like, barely even covered that, but when I'm not like too involved in myself, I'm not gonna see anybody. I'm not going to work today, so I don't really mind it. This is like my weekend makeup. My weekend makeup, if you can call it that. Just enough coverage, kind of almost, I guess, like a BB cream, but ooh, I'm getting down to the, like, I'm having some trouble here. This might have been a bad idea. I may have to come in with something else because I'm running out of foundation. Should have thought this through. Oh, I got it on my shirt, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to change before I go out in public. You can't see that, but I got it all over my nice yellow shirt. I'm like the messiest when it comes to getting things on my clothes, like eating, makeup, anything like that. I always put it over here so it doesn't get on me. I always get it on my clothes. I think she's done. I think I can put that in my empties. I don't have a ton. Like, I don't have a Sephora store in my makeup collection. So these empties are taking quite a while because not really, like, I don't have a whole tub of something yet to show you. But I will be doing an empties video. See how it doesn't really cover the redness, but it's better than it was. Will I be repurchasing that? I'll let you know. But I remember this. Okay. Concealer. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circles Concealer. I remember when this first came out several years ago. A lot of people really loved it, and I went and picked it up. This is actually the only concealer that I have left. If you can see how much is left at the bottom there. I've discussed in several videos needing to, at some point, go and pick up a new concealer because I'm almost done with this one. And it just won't die. I'm going to conceal some of that redness on my acne, since I didn't have a whole lot of coverage. But hey, I used it up. I used up the foundation. Isn't that interesting? That's exciting. Okay. Will I be getting the Age Rewind concealer again? I don't know. No, actually I can tell you that right now. I want to try so many different concealers that's not my holy grail, and I want to give something else a shot. But she was good while she lasted. I don't take my concealer all the way up under my eye because I have wrinkles there and things. It doesn't matter what concealer, it always gets stuck in my creases. So I don't tend to bring it up directly under the eye so that it doesn't get in my crinkles. That's good enough for now, I think. Yeah, normally I have a lot better coverage on my under eye area, but the foundation, I just didn't have enough of it to work with today. C'est la vie. I'm going in, this is one of the products that's not necessarily a throwback, because I haven't actually had it that long. It's the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I use this on my under eye, and it definitely helps with my dark circles. They're very prominent. So I do all I can to cover them up. Can you see that? Can you see the difference? Already? Like, stuff is magic, man. And that's all I use. I don't put it anywhere else. I just use it on my under eye. Oh, put it on the right way, Rachel. This is broken, so I'm trying to put it back how it's supposed to go, and I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Ooh, powder on my pants. So for the rest of my face, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder in 120 Classic Ivory. Set and smooth. I think there's like a matte version that I do not use on my dry skin. I love Maybelline Fit Me powder, like the whole line. I have loose powder as well, but I don't ever use the loose powder. very often. I've been really into pressed powder instead of loose powder, and I just felt like it looked good, better on my skin. But I remember, especially when the foundation used to be like the hotness, the Fit Me line. This has withstood the test of time, I think. It's still pretty relevant. Okay. I'll do the rest of my face later. I'm going to do brows. Now, this is the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil. And I don't know if it's a throwback for everybody here on YouTube, but it is for me. I haven't actually used mine in a really long time. If you see twist it up, it's kind of like triangular shaped. I just had a problem with continuing to buy brow products in search of like the holy grail. And I just put this guy down and I hadn't picked him up again for a long time. So that was part of the reason why I wanted to do this video, was busting out the old guys that I hadn't used in a while because I was too enthralled with, you know, younger siblings that came out. One thing about my eyebrows is that they don't grow the same way on both of my eyebrows. So, like, the front of this eyebrow actually grows up, but the front of this one grows to the side. And trying to get them to match, because they don't match themselves. Even when I get them shaped and waxed, trying to get them to match in my everyday life is like pointless. And I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped using this guy so much, is because I didn't have as much control over the shape of them as I did with other products, because it was harder for me to make them look the same. See what I mean? Like, I guess it's not too bad, but I don't like this. It's too thick. I don't like the shape. See, and then I comb it through and it kind of goes away to nothing. So I can see why I quit using this. I don't like this. Look at, I know you can see that. This is not good. I'm gonna go back in and try and fix this disaster. I look silly. This is a mistake. Alright, I'm gonna go in with some concealer and like clean this up, and I'll be right back. I think that's much better. Truth be told, I usually do go in with concealer to shape my eyebrows. I know that that's not like the thing to do anymore, but my eyebrows and I have never liked each other. They're not sisters, twins. They're like second cousins, really. So I actually have to work pretty hard to make them look anything but remotely the same. All right. I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. This is a new one. I actually did have to replace my old one this week. This actually is probably my favorite. This is my second repurchase of this, and the last tube I had of this, it lasted me, I want to say like a good, when did I buy that? Almost a year, I want to say. And it didn't go bad, and it didn't lose its effectiveness. Like, I like it better than some of the other ones out there. It's not too emollient. It's still pretty tacky, but it's a lot thicker. And I just feel like it just clings to my shadows a whole lot better. It is kind of a little bit more work to spread it around initially, but the outcome is very, very good. All right, now, for my eyes, I'm going in with the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. I haven't used this in so long, and nobody ever does tutorials on it anymore, so I was like, heck yeah. Let me get my brush here. I'm gonna set my lid with coconut cream here. I ended up buying this palette, not when it first came out. Actually, I think it was on sale. It was a few years after it came out, and it was on sale for like half off on the Too Faced website, and I bought it, and I was so excited, but I was kind of in the throes of my makeup boredom, so I just kept buying other palettes, and this poor thing kind of just got shoved to the side, really. And then I kind of figured out all brown eye looks are not really my thing. But that was only after I bought the palette. Live and learn. But will I give it up? Not anytime soon. I really need to give it more time, more attention. I'm gonna go in with, let's see, what kind of look do I want to do? Okay, I'm going in with peanut butter in my transition area. And I actually do have the peanut butter and jelly palette with the same shade in it. And I really like this shade. It's like the perfect warm tone brown. Smells delicious, by the way. Sorry, I'm right in front of the window, which we live on the end of a cul-de-sac, and I'm watching people all morning come down our street, make a U-turn, and go back. I think when you live on the end of a cul-de-sac, like a long one, not a short one, you're like suspect. You're like, why are they here? Then of course they have to slow down when they get in front of my house so that they can turn. I'm like, my gosh, I watch too much television. Does anybody else do that? You watch a whole lot of like Dateline in the ID channel, and now you're like, everybody's gonna kill me. I do. I scare myself. But I can't help myself either. I don't seem to be able to. Anyway. It's coming along nicely, I think. Okay. Alright, next, let's see. I'm gonna go in with truffle. Yeah, truffle right here. I'm gonna put that in the crease very lightly. Not too dark. This truffle color, sometimes I have some trouble with it. If I go too ham on it, it will skip around on my eye, which sometimes I feel like that's the shadow, and sometimes I feel like that's my brushes and my technique with my brushes. Does that make sense? I'm gonna have to clean that up a little bit right there when I'm done. Other eye. I feel like I did a lot darker on this side than the other, so I'm going to go back in and add just a little bit more. Blend this out a little bit. There we go. Browns and I have always had problems. I've never really done a good job with browns. I'm gonna go back into Coconut Cream, the one shade we used to set the lid, and I'm gonna go over the edges of this to kind of smooth that out. I just feel like the edges just don't look good. Okay, I like that better. But yeah, every time I use brown shadows, with the exception of maybe Anastasia shadows, I just feel like it comes out really choppy on myself. It doesn't look as good. Okay. It might be me, but that's my experience anyway. All right. I dropped her. She's okay. I hate it when I do that. Oh goodness. Okay. Back to business. All right, I'm going to take my NYX Glitter Glue. If you haven't seen one of my eye looks before, I put glitter glue on my eyes, and instead of foiling my shadows, we're just putting it directly on my lid because I have major transfer issues with my eye shape, and I've also gotten hard pan on some of my shadows because I foiled them and it got ruined. I'm going to do one eye at a time, by the way. I'm going in with Caramel. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. I like that color, man. I almost forgot how much I like that color. I'm kind of a big sucker for like a bronzy gold, though. It's like it calls my name whenever I swatch it. I'm not going to take this all the way down. I'm going to leave the corners because I'm going to put more matte shadow on the corners. Alright. I'm going to take my finger and top it with my finger too. Give it something extra. Okay. Now I'm going to take the other eye and put my glitter glue on that eye. Close the cap. Oh, I put too much. Anybody else ever do that? It's like I've been doing my makeup for I don't know how long, and half the time I do it wrong. I do that with my mascara. I put myself in the eye with my mascara on a weekly basis, and it's like I've been wearing mascara since I was 12. I'm 31. Still do it. It just reminds me, it's caramel for a reason, because it really does remind me of a Werther's Original. My grandfather used to keep those in the drawer of his desk in his office. Long time ago. That and Hershey's Kisses. And of course, I knew where his stash was, and I would sneak some if he wasn't around. But I think he knew I did that, and it didn't bother him at all. He was the sweetest man ever. Last thing I'm going to do, because I don't hardly ever use this shade, is Cocoa Chili. It's like a matte with glitter, which we all know nobody asked for that. but using what I got. Okay, putting this on the outer corner. Deepen that up. That's not too bad. If I were trying to like use this in the crease or something, I don't think I'd like it at all. But not that big a deal. I do a lot of stamping in my crease area because for some reason shadows don't like to stick there. I'm going back in with the same brush I used. I'm going into Butter Pecan and putting that on my brow bone. I'm just going to take a clean brush and swipe underneath my eye. Make sure I got any fallout that I created out so that I can go in and do the bottom. Alright, pencil brush. And what do I want to do on the bottom? We'll do peanut butter. I think I'm going to stop there. I mean, I don't want it to go too glamorous. I'm not giving to a ball. Alright, that was this baby. Okay. I don't have any Throwback eyeliner mascara things, so I don't usually show myself putting this on because it takes me forever to actually do it. So I'm going to put my liner and my lashes on, mascara, and I'll be back. Okay, that's done. I kind of had an emergency. Got a little bit of eyeliner on my bottom line, which I didn't want, and now my hands are all eyelinery, so I apologize for that. I think I fixed it. Okay. So for bronzer, the Too Faced Chocolate Solei. This is actually the only bronzer that I have. If you've seen another video, you know that. But this is like old school, tried and true bronzer that I feel like everybody and their mama was talking about this bronzer way long time ago. And people have moved on, I understand. But I think I just got a little in my mouth and it was a little sweet tasting. But I got this, I think, at TJ Maxx, something like that. And I really like it. I feel like it does a good job anyway. I also feel like I need to work on my bronzing skills. Just a little. Doesn't matter what brush I use. I don't ever feel like I blend it into my cheeks very well. Feels a little harsh. And I feel like I got this wrong. That looks different. So I'm gonna go back in with my face powder. Just to lightly kind of soften that up a little. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. For blush, this is a sample I think I got in like an Ipsy bag, and this is a long time ago because I haven't had Ipsy bags in like 2 years. The OFRA Cosmetics Rendezvous blush. I haven't used it in a while. I actually don't think, I don't recall people of late talking about OFRA stuff lately. They might. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places, but it's just not something that is talked about, I feel like, as much as it used to be. So throwback there, kind of a little bit. And this is a throwback for me because I can't get my cheeks to be straight. It's a throwback for me because I haven't used it in a while. Maybe my face is just not symmetrical. Not too crazy about this look today, guys. But I love you. Alright, so for highlight, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Boozy Brunch. And it's broken. This used to be hot for a long time. Hi, hon.
Hey.
I'll be out in a minute. I remember Casey Holmes talking about this, which is why I bought it. And it's still just as good as I remember. And it's gonna last me until I have grandchildren, let's be honest. It's humongous. I'm also gonna go in with my e.l.f. mist and set. Alright, the last thing I'm gonna do is lips, and that is, I'm using a Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick and try. I remember everybody going gaga. This is just a sample size. I think I got this in Sephora. They went gaga over these lipsticks, and I haven't heard a lot of people talking about them lately, so it's a little dark, but I went neutral with the eyes today, so I don't think I'm gonna mind. It's not as dark on my lips as it is on the stick, on the stick. Is that how you say that? Okay, maybe it is as dark as I thought. Get rid of some of that. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed my throwback makeup style in an attempt to use what I have, and also from some nostalgia for some of us out there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe before you leave, and I'll catch you later.